back, everyone. I'm the B-Winks. We're going to be playing Pillars of Eternity 2. Where we last left off was Lost Days in Good Faith. We're going to try to talk to Khan one more time to figure out the where Oswald is for whatever reason. Right, Mayor, as well as well, I realized that we also haven't gone to the Bardero estate. So one thing at a time, as I throw up randomly a ship page. So right now we're supposed to find the pirate gang that mugged Redora. This is in order to recover Zamar's coin. I feel like I'm starting to chase my tail here in this quest. So anyways, they're supposed to be on the north side of northern allies of Queen's Barra, which is where we are. So we're going to go up here, back alley, then we're going to go to Badera's estate. Then we'll go to the White Mare, because I actually recorded this next hour the other day and didn't have audio. Yeah. Alright, so let's get going.
Woe to those who labor in the shadow, for nothing is hidden from Aethys' divine sight.
There we go. This is new. Symbol. You join the performance, do you? Yeah. That's by the Ashvari's selection of raunchy poetry and Taylor.
That's close enough.
Young girl narrows her eyes and reaches for a dagger tucked in her back pocket. Perception. Her cheeks are shallow and she licks the edge of her dry lips. Even if she's at Eden for a week, you doubt she'd be in fighting shape. Oh, there. No need for that. Benevolent. Give her an egg. This looks like you can use it. Say nothing. Stoic.
You're just gonna stand there?
She slowly drops her hands to her side, breathes a sigh of
Can't be
relief.
too careful. Queen's birth has an edge to her.
What's a kid like you doing in the streets of Nakataka?
Nasenale. I've never had a roof over my head longer than an evening. I guess cutting me loose was cheaper on my parents than a passage back to the Republics. Or a few bites of bitter squash.
Alright, you know anything about the local pirates?
If they're the same ones who robbed Radora blind?
She dries her threadbare sleeve across her
The
nose.
boss and his wolf sleep their fun off by day. But by night, he and his botso friends keep to the alley giving out bruises for coin.
So not supposed to be benevolent, but we're gonna do it anyways.
Agrasima.
Expression of gratitude.
That'll staunch my pains for an evening.
Alright, Gambler. Alright. Now, we're gonna go to the Badera's estate. We're also gonna... What time is it? It is 13 hours. So that's like 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Alright, welcome to the Badera estate. You can find LZ in her study. Got a fencer and a... We also have this person. Got a piano. This instrument appears to enjoy frequent use. It's impeccably tuned.
I just hope Laro doesn't bring ridicule to the Badato name.
Selected corresponds to Gifter Iden. Deadfire Lines.
Out my wheelhouse, friends. Already on it.
Alright, whatever.
Nice and quiet.
Captain, I don't be spoke easy breezy and sleazy.
Oh, damn.
Captain. Aye, aye.
Alright.
Ah, yes.
The newcomer.
Newcomer. I thought you might. Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies.
She regards you with a cool expression that stands with a fighter's pose.
When I heard another gold pact had arrived, I knew you would find your way here. If you have business with House Bardato, then speak on.
You notice something unusual. Your attention is drawn to Azali's desk, with assorted ledgers and documents sits a brass seal, still dripping with heated wax. The dripping has dried into an almond-shaped pattern which resembles the shape of an eye fringed with bird feathers. A nictitating membrane flickers across the surface, a barely perceivable...
Are you still with me?
Sorry, I lost focus for a moment. Being honest. Say nothing, Stoic. She nods to you slowly, wearing an uncertain frown. Your family seems to be well established here.
My bank shoulders the costs of the Valiant Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valian may wipe themselves unless a Bardato's signature approves it first.
Alright. Important person. At least she's answering my questions, right? Alright, guard makes his time moving to the bar door, his armor creaking with every step. He appraises you with a lazy sweep of the eye, with his fingers curled casually at the hilt of his blade.
You have an appointment to see the vault, sir?
I was just exploring. Vault. It's in here.
The Bardatos are a banking family, Mestre. We hold a great many accounts belonging to our fellows within the Valiant Trading Company. We also safeguard those valuables they entrust to our keeping. A matter you may discuss with the lady. Upstairs.
Captain Hare makes hurrying motion with his arms as he shepherds you towards the stairs. And you are automatically on your way up. They didn't give me a chance to negotiate with force.
Speak up.
Alright, nothing there. Alright, let's go talk to... Wait, what time is it now? 14 hours. Alright, this is the next spot we're supposed to go to.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about Luminous Adra.
What is that?
A giant made of Luminous Adra.
All I know is that they're all at each other's throats up there.
Someone's coming! This is supposed to get your attention, of course. And then she's an idiot, she comes over there. It's a backdrop of during use. A young woman raises her arms with an air of practiced drama. Before her, two men stand across from each other, mirroring scouts. So she's practicing drama.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
Oh, she's doing that because I just read. The woman trails off as you approach and you find something to send a target which crowds attention.
Who is this Nasenale? How many cousins do you have, or so?
Noisy person again.
Postenago. Does that look like any cousin of mine?
Idiot. Also, literally means carrot.
How should I know? Your kin lie with eels.
Osara glares at Lara, bites back whatever insult he had it, but
we have business. Ready. What do you want?
Don't want any trouble. I'm here to fetch Lara. Lara's looking for him. To what? To know what's going on here, for starters.
This doesn't concern you. We've come to settle a challenge.
Before I can finish, Lara quickly speaks up.
What's your words, Oaf? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on valiant terms.
Bazo means penis, so use that from now on in all real-life situations. Oza glance is in your direction with annoyance. Do you want my Bazo?
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valian way.
Jeez, serious.
How do your colonies fare, Adiran?
Bam! Burned! Orso narrows his eyes at aloft. Lara, what say you? It's supposed to have a good reason for a duel. I suppose you have a good reason for the duel.
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
Burn. He opens his arms wide, smiling.
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
This is how do you settle with death? Surely there are better alternatives.
Nothing less than the total disgrace of the Valeras would satisfy me.
Then you will die unfulfilled.
Anyone can kill. Fighting to first blood would be enough to prove who's the better man. Diplomacy. Bluff. Keep talking and I'll drive your soul into a great beyond. The pair of duelists eye each other
I
rarely.
was the one who suggested fisticuffs, but you were eager to cut me open.
To first blood, then. Shall we resume?
Alright, the duelists square off, typically circling each other. Stocky Orso moves with heavy strides while Laro takes precise measured steps. The duelists square off. Onlookers gather and press at the edge of the poorly defined arena. They are jeering lowers to expectant murmurs. The duelists' seconds brings forth their weapons. Find a better vantage point to observe the fight. Take the opportunity to study each opponent. Alright. Failure! No! Find a better vantage point to observe the fight. You maneuver through the crowd with ease and find an uninterrupted view of the escalating conflict. Once the swords are delivered to their respective bearers, the seconds back away to nullifying silence. The duelists take across the swords and bow and salute. Tranquil moments end with a burst in motion. Despite their difference in size, the duelists seem evenly matched. Orso doesn't settle on an established form, but keeps pace with Laro's aggressive strikes. Distract Laro with an insult. Look out, Valiant Company negative. Watch a little longer. Orso and Laro trade fierce jabs, giving up any pretense of playing to the crowd. The hard, downward thrust sends Laro's blade clattering to the ground. Orso hovers over Laro, a grin slowly taking form. He raises his blade and points at the opponent's heart. This was supposed to be a fight to the first blood, but mercy is the furthest thing from the minds of the combatants. Send up a distracted cheer. Clever. Or resolve. Shout at the top of your lungs. Stop! It's benevolent. Or, Paladin. Cast a shield around Laro. A glowing arcane shield manifests around Laro. When it fades, Oros shrugs and slices Laro across his cheekbone. He falls to his knees, clutching his face.
Not so pretty anymore, Posterago.
He wears an accomplished grin. Congratulations on nearly a bloodless victory.
This does not end here, Valera dog.
He wipes away a line of blood casted to the
Just
ground.
make sure the other Bardatos learn from your example.
He nods, signals for his attendants to depart. Minor positive reputation gained for the Valiant Trading Company. Alright. Now, I think it would be wise, to investigate the ongoing feud. Alright, let's talk to her first off.
Laro has returned to the estate intact. Perfetto.
Perfecto means well done.
Too much Bardato blood has been spilled in the name of Vengiata.
I get the feeling there's still some unfinished business.
Fuck. Nothing has been solved, only delayed. Here, for your discretion.
She passes a pouch of coins and adds a short remark to her ledger before snapping it shut.
There can be no peace while civilized kith turn on each other.
Gives her away in thoughtful silence. Alright, now let's talk to her, because I'm sure she's got an issue with this. Where did she go?
Would that scandal and bloodshed kept at a distance from my house?
I mean, look at her face. I'm guessing she's been through
You saw my son dueling with the Valera boy. At least he survives to learn from his mistakes. Those who aid my blood profit by it.
Produces a purse from her desk drawer and tosses it in your direction. Gain 1,000 capital.
When Valera and Bardato cross each other, only blood and sorrow remain.
I see.
The word has spread fast about the little spectacle of the dogs. You've certainly caught everyone's attention.
Whoops. Maybe not.
Perhaps the Watcher of Cadnua and House Bardato can help one another.
What is it you want?
Queen's Beth whispers of a Valera plot against my family. Something grander than pointless duels. You are a newcomer to the Deadfire, uniquely positioned to loosen Valera tongues.
She taps her chin in regards to
Zilli Valera strums a lute by the watchtowers. A meek-tempered boy. Fonder of song and drink than the family business.
Where's the watchtower?
He might spill something of his family's affairs.
Let's see what I can get. Okay, streetwise. Put in good word with me in the Valley Trading. It's a deal.
I'll have it taken care of at once. There. Try not to alert the Valeras of our knowledge. That is the point of involving an outside agent.
Why the Bardatos?
Because we do not belong in the same business. The Valeras are opportunists reaping the rewards of happenstance. They're little better than the pirates they're charged with slaying.
Very self-deception, mayhaps.
Fratello doesn't make my affairs any easier with his wayward ambitions.
I forgot to read that one out loud. Sorry about that. Would you be willing to speak to Fratello?
Oh dear.
Valera.
You're serious, aren't you?
She stifles a chuckle.
You think I'd put myself in pistol range of that old imp?
Maybe I can speak with him on your behalf, if it's some reason. Your son was nearly killed. Isn't that enough reason to put an end to this? She splays her fingers atop her desk and takes a deep breath.
Certainly. But not the end you suggest.
Maybe I could speak with him on your behalf.
I suppose it's not your honor, I doubt. I have little objection to discussing the matter. I simply doubt Othello will listen.
Dawn. Alright. So. I'm gonna go back to the Valera house. Am I saying that right? There's the Valiant Trading Company and there's Valera. Also, time of day is... Where is it? 15. Yeah. Trying to wait for it to be nighttime. For that quest. Unless it's this guy.
You're looking prettier than when you left, or so.
Bella, cut it out.
I wanted to build well. That's the chick that was Sim.
Taught Laro a lesson, I did.
Yes, you did. Which, by the way, I don't know where that guy is. Roger. Believe it or not, the bunks here are actually far more comfortable than the tavern.
Am I supposed to play nanny?
They listen to you, Martino.
Enough. We have a guest.
Martino,
if you are not here to help, there is little left to say.
I have some questions.
And I must entertain them? Go on. My time is free.
Ado, I hear you witnessed an unfortunate exchange behind the Adra Mill.
So aims a troubled look at Martino.
You kept Laro and Orso from the beyond. We could use such a mediator. Martino has need of muscle and brains outside of the Valera house.
Frowns towards his son. Tell me about the job.
Let me take point on this one, father.
Martino pats Italo on the back and turns to you with a more severe business-like expression.
Some Royal Deadfire crews have lately taken to pirate hunting. One such crew has been boasting of their victories near the Wild Mare, singing their Rauatai songs and making our clients anxious. Hunting Principe dogs is our business. With all these problems with the Bardatos, now is not the time for competition from the Brass Citadel. It would be better if they took their business elsewhere.
When Italo is in looking, Martello draws his thumb across his...
You could always start shooting the shit out of one another and leave good Deadfire folk be. Just a suggestion.
Passionate, you're killing coward. Don't have stooges who handle this sort of thing. I'll do what I want for Valiant... Sorry, I'll do it, but I want Valiant Trading Company to know I was helpful. Again, minor policy. Yeah.
Was that not implied? Come back when the Rauatai dogs have been dispatched, dismissed, or dismembered.
He makes a pistol firing gesture with his fingers. Winks.
My time is...
Ado,
anything else?
What brings you to the whole of the Valeras?
Ezio knows you're planning something. No, you're having some kind of trouble with the family next door.
The Bardato Bank shuts us out of investments and stifles our finances. This is the richest prospect on Iora, but we cannot grow our family business.
Can't make coin at the expense of others? Now that's a crying shame.
Eyes narrow, the priestess crosses her arms over her
If
chest.
you know a better way of squeezing profit out of these islands, I'm open to hearing it. Ezali is a rich thug, and someday she will get what's coming to her. If we must. What is it?
Ezzy wants to strike a peaceful agreement.
After everything that she... Madiko, what is she planning?
You're not considering this? The Bardatos have nearly ruined us!
Enough, Martino. I will not let our families tear each other to ribbons while I can avoid. Tell Ezali to meet us here. I won't be lured into a trap.
He nods himself and glances around the state of the house.
What for, Cap?
And I'm gonna take this guy over here, because he is a scoundrel of sorts.
My fingers be fat.
There we go.
Furry, but they're ever so nimble.
Just in case there's some broken mechanic.
My fingers be fat and furry, but they're ever so nimble. Swapped and spun.
Silver lucents. Most common valiant coin found in Druid is a silver lucents fish, so named for its resemblance to the scale of a fish. Alright. Boom. And we're done. Sort of. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Wet Mare to take care of two quests that are important. One, the pirates. The loud, noisy pirates. The next thing after that is...
Aethys, light of spring,
actually, I want to talk to
son of the world, thou givest me life and purpose. Gone shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his temple.
The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valiants for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them
Well
down
met,
before they
stranger.
go to war over.
Akira, but isn't this district a fine place?
Not particularly stoic. Turns to see what she's looking at. Perception. She doesn't settle on any point of particular interest. Everything from the high buildings to the cobblestones is a subject of fascination. She notices your attention and turns her eyes
I
to the
am
ground.
not one meant to venture far from the gullet. Until recently, I had a respectable job at the Luminous Bathhouse.
Okay. Colloquially called the Gullet, the slums of Nikataka are home to both the Riparu caste of the city Squana, as well as the myriad colorful and unsavory figures built in the Great Chasm. At the heart of Nakataka, it is where most of the city, use literal and figurative, comes to settle.
Now that I am unemployed, I seek to make myself useful before the money runs out. And I must return to the Riparu as a pauper.
I said okay, so I didn't say Reparo correctly. Anyways, Reparo are the lowest class of Hawana's society. The Reparo are designated to work as unskilled laborers and to starve in times of scarcity. Their status is a function of survival in the often unforgiving Deadfire and not in moral judgment. The Reparo are destined to be reborn into the Kurao and Mataro class in their next lives. She frowns and turns her gaze back up to you. Did you direct me to the King Kanza Palace?
You want to follow the road north, up the mountain, always climbing. It is the highest point in the city.
You worked at the Luminous Bathhouse.
A wonderful place. Would that I could cross its threshold again and feel the mist of luminous waters. In spite of my time there, I cannot do else but give it my highest recommendation. You will find the Luminous Bathhouse in Periki's Overlook.
Tell me about Queen's Breath.
The Queen granted this area of the city to the Valian outsiders. Here they organize their business and trade, digging up the archipelago with both hands and carrying riches overseas. In her welcoming embrace, the Queen allowed a similar concession to the Royal Deadfire Company. You would do well to see as much of Nekataka while you are here, I am thinking.
How did you lose your job?
More happens at the bathhouse than cleanliness and ease. It is a place of meetings, business, and transactions, to all of which the attendants are either blind or deaf. One day, I overheard more than I ought to have. In my erring, I gasped. To my great shame, I showed a most unprofessional reaction before clients. I was fired, and rightly so.
What did that over here at the bathhouse? She shakes her head and lowers her head in deep shame. She's trembling. It's clear in her estimate she has suffered enough without debasing herself even further. I feel like there's got to be a quest related to that, but I don't know. They say Lara and Ozo would fight it again, difference to settle. Sorry, I missed it. How did they do? Lara stumbled away with a decent scar. I'm sure Orso is toasting to his victory.
Sing us anything but the Naga's nethers, won't you?
There we go. Alright. This dude's named Shrimp. So I'm going to talk to him. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to make sure I have all this set up. So let's, okay. Right-click here for details. Immunity concentration with attacks in this. I'm going to also come in and say that. Because this one is health restored as well as raw damage, which is pretty badass. Come soft winds of death. Alright, now this one I want to have... What the hell? Okay. What? How many do we have? I guess I'm gonna just rinse and repeat then, right? I truly don't understand what's going on. Okay, so then, oops. Alright, so if I'm B, then there we go. Alright.
Defiance Bay. So, what brings you here for?
Whatever you need.
Ready when you are. You come by for a drink or just a chat? Captain gave us extra coin to occupy ourselves while we're on leave.
Sounds like I want some
We've been draining Valian wine cellars and trying to remember the words of Rauatai anthems. Loudly, as often as not.
She turns to his compatriots with an unrestrained glee. Alright, you guys are gonna have to clear up.
I do not understand. We have done nothing wrong.
Sailor looks at the fellows back to you and a mixture of hurt and confusion. On second thought, you got permission. It's not a person. There's just an angry ghost right where you're standing. I mean to banish it. Love.
Joking. There's no... No. Really?
The sailor swallows and glances over his shoulder. Stare in space with a mouth gap open. Touch his shoulder while he's distracted.
Back to the ship! We should never have come!
Maybe it's just your imagination, but you hear the rustling of cloth and what sounds like a slow, exhaling breath move past your ear. What? So there was a ghost! And the playthrough that, again, had no audio...
Leave it to me.
I, managed to, kill them.
Have you come to hear some verse?
I was looking for someone named Oswald. Sound familiar?
I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now, please leave.
It's clear you're quite a bit for him. You've cared quite a bit about him. She chews some knuckles, brow for deciding whether she should trust you. When she sighs heavily and gives you a smile.
Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran.
Her eyes gain a distant, unfocused look, and a wistful smile spreads across her face.
He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him? Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
Armoire?
Not a problem.
Unlocked. Alright. Go to him. Oswald's journal. Alright, Godendog, which ends up, I learned later, as day, dog is day. This afternoon I walked the streets of Nakataka and felt an unusual spring in my step. I cannot be sure if it was the fine weather of the archipelago or my great distance from Druidwood and the blasted Goose and Fox Inn that gifted me this buoyancy of spirit, but I'm grateful nonetheless. I have no sign of the girl, Hyla, be praised. God's willing, I have slipped her net at last. Darkson. I can't even try. The shadows are strange here. Seems to move with their own accord. As I passed from Queen's Birth to Pereki Overlook this morning, I could have sworn I saw one face turn to me and then another. I fled the area as quickly as I could, and as far as I can tell, I was not followed. I have seen many enemies. I have many enemies, as any man of a roguish adventurer's mind should, though none have cause to search for me here. I know these shadows must be but a trick of my mind, but still I'm uneasy. The next entry is written in shaky, wild hand, clearly penned in great haste. Right does dog. As I put me down to bed this evening, I hear a faint whispering beneath my window. I always leave it open to better catch the breeze, and thanks be to Helia for it, or I might have none the wiser. However, when I went to investigate, no one was there, and yet I know I heard voices. I may be old, but perhaps even paranoid, but I'm not crazy. Paranoid is crazy. Anyways, I must leave this place with all haste. God's protect me in the flight. On the next journal page is a symbol of Wutica, a broken crown, scrawled in deep red ink.
Have you come to hear some farewell?
Alright, let's go. So yeah, if you guys have trouble getting her to give you the key, honestly, just keep on trying to talk to her.
Have you got any leads?
Here's the journal. Khan flips through Oswald's journal, then stops and looks up at you, eyes wide. Someone has hastily scrubbed the broken crown symbol of Wutica across this last page, as you guys know. Khan mutters to herself. She traces the symbol with her fingers and frowns.
Oh, Oswald, you really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Wuticans? You damned old fool.
Shakes her head sadly and closes the journal with a snap.
Where could they have taken him?
She chews her lower lip with uneven teeth and mutters to herself. You must have sailed through half the Deadfire to get to Nakataka. Anything catch your eye?
Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay, bent over the bulwark, giving Andra a taste of my innards. I hate boats.
Sitting out there.
Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know.
Wait a tick.
When our ship neared Nakataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city.
Right.
He wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked.
Seems as any place, a good place as any. Actually, I just say
Why don't you go take a look?
Marcel location on the map.
With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
Alright. Now, in case you guys don't remember, well, that's basically what happened is Wait, where was it? Yeah, anyways, the old elf that we're trying to find, Oswald, is supposed to owe 5,000 or 4,000 coppers, so it's quite a lot, right? I'm also trying to figure out how much silver is to copper is to gold in this universe. Alright, so we got that taken care of. Let's go back. And frankly, I'm going to go up here to the Bardero estate first. When I'm walking past there, it likes to freeze. Just for like a half a second.
Speak up.
My
business never sits still for long.
Okay. About this feud with the Valerian
fellow
family.
doesn't make my affairs any easier with his wayward ambitions.
Motions for you to continue. I spoke with the teller. He's willing to meet you if you are.
You're serious? If this is some Valera trick, I'm not walking into a trap without keeping an eye on you as well.
Let's head over to the Valera estate now.
Very well. If nothing else, this promises to be entertaining.
Oh shit. Oh shit. There's my dog. Martello and Valera representatives stand arrayed around the dining table wearing expressions of anxiety and resentment. The temperature of the room suggests no more amity than when the discussion began. If we could open by defining each of your grievances and demands, diplomacy. We need to talk about why we're here, or, let's do the same one. Before you can finish the sentence, Martello cuts you off with a hard way of his
You
hand.
run your bank like a crime syndicate. Some of us struggled to tell the difference.
Points an accused finger across the table.
We can take it up with the director anytime you feel like explaining why your children are intimidating my merchants.
Opens her palms in every way composed. In every way composed. She glances over at you, her mouth turns downward.
I see our would-be mediator has arrived.
I love
we're
the
here.
armor she's in.
I hope this wasn't some elaborate, ill-advised jest.
I would not willingly welcome a Bardato beneath my roof for the sake of a jest.
Fair enough. Please, let's try not to sabotage this form of onset.
As long as the Valera remembers his place, we shouldn't have any problems.
My place is in the dueling ring.
Oh,
Care to let the gods decide, Lady Bardato?
Licks his lips and fingers the pommel of his
Quiet,
rapier.
Martino.
Yeah, seriously.
Watcher, now would be the time to lay out your reasoning.
With the open palm, he gestures for you to continue. With the sound of things, the Barderos are shutting out their own allies for profit. Duty should come first. Vendetta a distant second. Why fight each other at all? We could all just be killing pirates at the very moment. Or diplomacy. I've made allies of former enemies before. I think we can all pull together into a stronger force. Let's try that one. I know this is like really like cheesy, right?
Heck, raise the stir in the White Marsh Mountains. The same could be done here.
White Marsh. Oh yeah, it's actually got that from my history. Cool.
A force? Watcher? To what end?
Invested at Tello. Death to the Principe, Ritaui, and everyone who stands against us. Woo! The only end here is profit. The expansion of trade, progress in the region. I want to help Juana of this city. I'd like the company to be our earnest ally. I just say nothing. A low murmur spreads across the room as the gathered party scoff and shake their heads.
And yet, here we are.
As his mouth twists into a dubious frown. Insight. Attila, you let your children lash out at Bardatos. What's your goal? You were a gold-packed knight once, weren't you, Azil? Oh, interesting. Let your children lash out at the Bardatos. What's your goal?
My goal? To wring out a little respect from this feud before we go under. The company will bleed us dry. We give our lives, our loved ones' lives, and they don't lift a finger to help us. The Bardatos turn their backs. Why shouldn't I teach my children to walk with their heads high?
Makes sense. So the Barderos once were allied with the Valera. Maybe I missed that. Brown is looking at him skeptically. That's the point. You distract yourselves from what's important. As a why shut the Valera family out of trade? Can't you kiss and make up like normal people?
So, what's your solution? We square off against each other on a field?
Matera hands drop to his sword again. Attila, will you put a leash on your son? You hear Stifle snickering from the corner when Marzo looks over. Orzo and Laro gain interest in the
Forgive my son's inclination to seek out easy solutions.
That's those two are weird. Okay, forgive me.
Platitus have a way of arousing his ire. A trait that runs in the family.
Gives you a warning look. Ha! Oh shit, this guy's gonna try to challenge me. Fuck you. Izzy, why shut the Valera family out of trade?
One does not arm the competition. Besides, lesser people have made more of themselves without the aid of banks.
As it stops herself, seems for a moment to doubt her own convictions. And the pirates. It's not like you've given them a reason to prove their truthworthiness. For a few moments, as he only stares, frowning at the surface of the table, Etzo glances at you, his frown for...
I want the Principe out of the trade lanes.
What?
Half of this month's shipments are missing. I'll give you coin and crew for 5 ships to earn back my investment.
Interesting. I'll give you coin and crew for 5 ships to make sure the Principe are out of here.
6 ships. With 6, I will drive the Principe from these waters like rats from a fire.
Strains his spine and nods with confidence.
Even money says the Principe already be shaking in their timbers at the raw thought of your 6 fish-stinking ships.
Snarks.
You think yourself the first to underestimate us, little one?
6 ships. I believe we just made a deal.
Then it's settled?
Sounds bewildered by his own words.
So it seems. For the time being. Time will tell if this arrangement is a favorable one. My hosts, you'll excuse me if I return home.
She inclines her head, favoring you with a bemused look on her way out. Major positive reputation gain for Valiant Trading Company. They're all bowing, maybe? Or maybe not. Or so.
Never saw myself breaking bread with a Bardato.
Well, now you do. Let's go upstairs. Turn in, I think, 2 quests, maybe? Obviously talk to the Valers about this last thing, but also the quest again.
With her in your capital, the fleet can be fully restored by month's end.
Strokes his chin hands.
You may count yourself as one of the family. That grants you the right to display it.
As your fine sword with Valor crest etched on the hilt, you have gained an item, Duskfall, and it was put in your stash.
Better that the Valeras ran our fleet against the rocks than suffer peace with our enemies.
Crosses his arms and grimaces. You're welcome. You two families play nice. You better not give any trouble out of you, Mark.
When we outfit our new fleet, I will vent my anger on the Principe.
Meaning no offence, friend, but that sea backing up in your swollen sack seems to be straight clogging up your brain.
Oh shit!
Of course, that'd be better than a bunch of little yous running around Deadfire.
That's the coolest insult I possibly have ever heard. The seed in your swollen sack seems to be clogging up your brain.
Perhaps I will find you out on the water someday, Principonet.
What will you do now that the rivalry is over?
If the Bardatos are serious about financing our repairs, then the Valeras will be back at sea in no time. From there, we do what we do best. Hunting Principe boats and waving at the crew as they sink.
Cap, might you remind me why we be helping this barnacle cock swab slurper?
Hands ball tight and his lips twist over his... He keeps on going in and out and making good insults. Alright.
I do.
What? There's that quest with the... No. Wait. Show completed. The Drunken Sailor. No. Where was the one that was like... I don't know. Bounty. Terms of trade, investigate situation with this. Bounty. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Blow man down, confront them with. No. Nothing hands. Just gonna feud. I don't know. Alright. Well, I got 5,000, so that's good for me to be reminded or something of that sort. Alright, so now we're done with that. I still have a few more hours to go before it's nighttime. It's like 5 p.m., so it's getting there.
Did I tell you? You were in my dreams last night, Watcher.
Oh, damn.
You were on your knees.
Oh,
before my god. And I couldn't stop screaming.
Interesting. She's seen me unmoved.
I never thought to see a Valera on my payroll.
As the size of her payroll.
I have not forgotten my debt to you. The Bardato vault is crowded with enough heirlooms that we won't miss this one.
She passes you a handsomely crafted mace, grinning as she hefts it with ease. You gain Bardero Luxury. Items from the stash. Nice. Alright. So... what we could do is start walking north to just turn around. Or something. What's this? Wait. Oh, sweet. Alright, yeah, so, wait an hour. There we go. What we're gonna do now is find the pirates. Seems by day and makes trouble in alleys by night. So it's supposed to be evening now, so let's see your cousin. There we go.
So she asked him what he calls that trick, and he says the consueli.
Good joke.
You the one causing trouble in Cotter's neighborhood.
The wolf at his man's side raises his hackles and growls. He shushes and pats her head. Pats her behind the ears, all the while keeping his focus turned on you.
I thought Remaro's pup kept better company.
That's that Sarah.
Ahoy, friend. So you still be doing that old referring yourself by name thing?
This guy knows everything.
Would have thought it'd have cost you enough lays by now to be dropping that affectation.
Cotter has not missed the sound of your voice, Seraphin. Your smoke and mirror ghosts do not impress Kaletzia, and they do not scare Cotter.
Alright, I'm not here to cause trouble. Orsic finds them amusing, which is enough for Orsic. Full spirits from in between smoke and mirrors? I think not. Kata eyes snap open the instant that he grows aware of the many forms thronging you. The moment passes as you dispel them.
Complanka. Kata does not doubt his eyes. What do you want?
Any chance you're one shaking down Zamar? Someone robbed Kevin. Have you anything to do with that?
Depends. You seeking Vengiata for that house?
Signaling to his mates, Kata tightens his grip on the wolf's scruff. She owes money to Zamar. Money I need back.
Kata heard a newcomer was talking with Zamar.
His hands move towards the weapons.
Wrong play, Kata. Let's be keeping this as friendly fucking chat. Lest the captain be calling your raise.
You furrowed hand rest.
Look, Selezia. Your supper comes with blue fur.
Measures the wolf, listening to deep growl.
Tell the shipwright to accept Kata's deal before he suffers another setback.
What deal? Why are you shaking down Zamara? Just give me Captain Romaro's money, I'll leave you alone. Intimidate. Tell me my business again, I'll ship so the wolf into a pair of boots on my Amicio. Principe, moderate, negative. What is in it for me if I help broker agreement between you and Zamara? And thought, Seraphim. Why are you shaking down Zamar?
Zamar can keep Principe ships afloat. Kata tires of seeing his family sailing derelict wrecks.
Okay, what's in it for me if I broker agreement between you and Zamar?
Kata will see that his casita knows your name. There's also coin to spare. Redora's coin. But she's too soused to miss it. And Kata will get you the Principe discount on Zamar's goods. Deal?
Sounds fair. I'll hammer out the deals with Zamar. I'm positive.
Gelarde, here's an advance. Go tell Zamar the good news. Kata will handle the rest.
Interesting. Pretty sure that's over here, this guy. Hope he's not asleep or some shit.
It is not as easy as it seems to turn a profit in Itaga, but there is opportunity.
Okay. Not most helpful watcher. Lamar.
Ahoy there.
Any news
Spoke with the
worth
Prince of
telling?
Key on your behalf.
You actually confronted those feral cats?
Cool, cats be sacred, shipboard, you know. Wouldn't have taken you for one to be painting the Principe all godly.
Folk shoreside sometimes stick 'em in the stew pot. See if that strikes you for something weighty.
I think you're better off taking their deal. It's not a bad guy. He's cute. His wolf is cute. Second thought, I'll return. I think you're better off taking their deal. Who knows? MR squints his head.
I needed coin, not a middleman to negotiate with cutthroats.
Puts a small flintlock from his belt and holds it pointing to the ground. Streetwise, you underestimate how hard the Principe are working to make corporation your only recourse. Mercy! Do you want to see what happens when you run out of patience? When I run out of patience. Put down the gun, the deal is already struck. Oh wait, he pulls his flintlock from his belt, holds it point on the ground. So he's talking about like shooting him? Principe won't be thugs forever, getting a chance. Regulatory's hasn't got any money, Principe's are going to check us.
That doesn't make it right.
Grip on a gun, squeeze it tighter.
I won't be held down by schemers and killers.
You meant to take this deal before they offer you a worse one. You're meant to make this deal before they offer you a worse one. His chest rises and falls with heavy breaths as he lifts the gun halfway.
If it's between my life and my dignity,
grits his teeth, thumbs the hammer down, and tucks the firearm back into his belt.
Principe have their shipwright, and may Andra take them for it.
Grabs a fistful of his beard and grunts, pulling away from a few strands of hair, opening his palm. Zamar lets them drift away in the wind.
You again? Well, come take a look.
Voyager. Yeah, I need more money than that.
Cotter recognizes a friend. Fair payment for a smooth transition.
Tosses your purse.
Cotter's just making sure no one bothers our friend.
Tips his head to indicate Zamar.
This idiot's wolf has already peed on my good leg.
Oof!
What in Abaddon's stinking furnace do you want?
Alright. Now, I go back to the Wild Mare. Alright. We should be done with this part of the map for a bit.
Ado, you return.
You have 12 copies. The next rise on me. I don't seem to have much fun the rest of the clientele.
When the dancers seem more than an aggression, if you...
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
Shakes his head. As Captain Defiant, I'm already taken. Ask me again once I've recovered my soul. Look at you there. Reacts under his shirt. You clutch a small under.
Then may the Lady of Lament speed you along.
Cast of Oceans. I thought... I mean, it doesn't make any sense, because the captain took it from Zamar, but then had it taken away again. So Zamar got the money-ish.
After someone with half a foot between their ears, lass.
You can't dictate what the heart wants, Seraphine. Thought you, of all people, would know that.
Well, the heart can be a right stupid git sometimes. But don't always deserve your listening.
Huh. Alright, so that's the end of this episode. Checking out this map. We're going to be going next to... Not this one. How about back? Oh, to Paraki's Outlook. And then Serpent's Crown. From there, then we're going to probably go down to Scar, Gullet, Breast, Citadel. You know. Anyways, so hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned.